This is Messages from the Universe with Lori Wondra of Your Life Core. Here, Lori delivers information from the Mastery Realms related to astrology, planetary influences, energy surges, and generally how we are evolving. She connects with angels, guides, ascended masters, astro beings, and those that come forward with messages to help us on our journey. Welcome, everyone, to Messages from the Universe podcast.
Hello, this is Lori Wondra, and thank you for listening. What's up with the energies of March? Well, let's jump into March is about marching forward. Some days it feels like we have force or we have to push our way forward and march into that day. And other days it might feel that we need an extra push from the universe. Let's talk about the most important transit probably for March 2024 is the Libra lunar eclipse. It starts eclipse season, and I'll talk more about that in a future podcast, but today I want to talk about the March energy. So March 25th, we'll have a lunar eclipse in Libra, and this is the first and only lunar eclipse in Libra for this Libra-Aries eclipse set. Libra is the sign of relationships. It's about balance and partnerships and alliances and compromises so that the lunar eclipse can focus on these things. And keep in mind, an eclipse is always like that energy. So this is moon, full moon time. It's like that energy on steroids. This is a time where some might grow closer with healthy connections and others grow more distance because they experience or they understand they're in unhealthy relationships. But it's about being balanced and keeping the peace, and that is the importance of this eclipse energy, to maintain focus and stability. So we have to keep this in mind as we go into the energies of March. Everything's propelling us for that transit in April, first with Mercury retrograde and Aries solar eclipse that happens on April 8th. Now, Mercury is going retrograde entirely in Aries from April 1st to the 25th, and then on April 8th, we do experience that solar eclipse that occurs in Aries, and that is a widely conjunct energy tornado with Mercury. I would just say it's yowza energy. That eclipse is moving right across the United States. Now, traditionally, Mercury retrograde is a time when we feel off and little things can go wrong and communication is dreadful and we experience setbacks, delays, and failures. And I suggest to people, if you have any technology things that you've been avoiding, maybe fixes to your car, the electronics in your house or vehicle, get those fixed before Mercury retrograde season because during the retrograde season, those things are more apt to fail or to break. Now, traditionally, Mercury retrograde is a time when we feel off. But this time, thanks to this Aries solar eclipse on April 8th, this Mercury retrograde early April might be hugely focused on second chances. Anything that you feel you want a second shot at. And this could be that time for you to go for it. It might be that the Libra full moon in March illuminates some learnings and provides that roadway or that pathway for you to take another shot. So as this Aries energy moves in, we can take the initiative with what we want. We're better able or better equipped to push forward and take the lead. And we can use the energy and our enthusiasm to move us onward. And as I mentioned, I'll devote future podcasts to the eclipse energy in April. For now, I wanted to touch on that because much of what we're experiencing in March is preparing us for these two pivotal energy surpluses in the April time period. The quantum energy of 2024 is really breaking down the barriers of time and space as we know it. Collapsing timelines, fragments are being healed, and we're understanding those pieces of us that we maybe didn't understand before. We're letting go of so much stuff, people, places, and things that we just don't need going forward, and we're healing those things to the point that sometimes we look at our lives as totally different. We're in a different book than we were in the past. Some of you might have said in the days of February, you felt that you just wanted to crawl in bed and hide. You had no energy, or the energy was limited. Well, March bursts forward with a sense of renewal. And we can thank the drive of Aries for this, but also where we are in consolidating our timelines, coming into more of the personal oneness, understanding our emotional field, the mental processes that we have around those emotions, and preparing us for the spiritual journey of being more balanced. So this month is a time of rebirth, but the uncertainty and rapid pace of change can really leave us feeling nervous, scared, unsure. It's essential to remain mindful and aware as we navigate through this energetic whirlwind. Remember, it's not just personal. That's where it starts. The oneness with you and your personal version or definition of oneness, but it's also preparing you to join a collective differently. We're all feeling the effects of this transformation. And as we leave old patterns behind and we build awareness around how the universe guides our intentions, we also have a greater understanding of how the universe helps us pave the way for fresh beginnings and growth. The image that just comes to mind is, would you prefer to travel on a gravel road that's bumpy and full of holes and one that's not maintained, or would you rather go on something smoother, tarred, or cement, a highway? Well, that depends on your choices in the journey. But the universe is giving us those opportunities now to pick and choose the easier journey, the working through things that will make our journey ahead much easier. Now, March is known as the third month. However, March's 2024 collective numerology contains the vibration of the number 2, which represents duality, harmony, balance, and partnership. The energy of the number 2 resonates with abundance, prosperity, union, divine intervention. It's a chance for us to align our life with our soul mission and our divine purpose. Now, if you are one that has been feeling the nudge to be more curious about why you're here and what your purpose is, this is the universe showing you, because you're asking to be shown. This is a time to also have greater faith in yourself and to really embrace the polarity of life, because we're being shown the light and the shadow, those places that are off, in order for us to become back in balance. So some of the key astrology themes for March of 2024 in this upcoming month is that we continue to shift to a higher perspective. Really, that's embodying the universal laws of nature, oneness, and unconditional love. And those things all start with us first. Our relationship with change, how we feel about discomfort, fear, how we feel about our own transformation. Those are all necessary steps, and they're meant to awaken and to attune us to our true nature. This is coming into our alignment with our vibration, the resonance of our blueprint. This change is taking time to ease into. However, when we see any symptoms of imbalance, we are equipped more than ever to manifest a higher vision. The universe always gives us the tools, and then we get the practice to use those tools. This month, in-depth transit. Well, let's explore some of this month's key themes. Reunification of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energies. This month emphasizes bringing together our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects. It's about integration and integrating these energies for greater harmony and balance. Understanding they are individual, but they have to work together. There has to be balance in our physical being. There has to be balance in our emotion, and there has to be balance between our emotional and our mental before we can really comfortably expand into the spiritual aspects and elevate higher. It's also about enhanced clarity. This month brings a heightened ability to perceive situations as they truly are, empowering us to take and make informed and effective decisions. It's about peaceful resolutions, not fighting through the energy, but about reconciliation and closure, offering healing for past betrayals or past fragments and maybe some difficult experiences. It can be the end of a very challenging period for many people, but doing the work and healing doesn't have to hurt. This is also a time about authority, communication, and leadership. Significant themes surrounding communication issues within leadership positions and organizations. And I think this is just the universe queuing up, ready to push some changes in our community-based surroundings. So what can we expect astrologically in March? Well, first let's start with the first planet interaction on March 3rd, which is Venus-Uranus square, and it's the last quarter moon. And this really carries the theme of navigating cosmic crossroads. That's a carryover from February, where you feel like the universe was pushing you to make a decision or pushing you along a certain pathway. Well, when Venus clashes with Uranus and we find ourselves at a cosmic crossroad, especially during a last quarter moon that happens to be in Sagittarius, that's about aiming. This energy is about testing the stability of our foundations, our emotions, our mental processes, and how we feel balanced in those. This energy is about overcoming control or feeling we always have to be in control. While things may seem very aggressive or demanding or even dramatic, it possibly is causing a lot of self-doubt. But by being present and grounded, you can easily transmute those aspects into passion, enthusiasm, determination, independence, stability, and certainly security. The clash comes between these energies to challenge us to find a balance between change and consistency, respecting both innovation and tradition. The Aquarius energy is about innovation and change, and the universe is always changing. But in our humanness, we hold on to tradition. We hold on to the past. So every moment is a dynamic choice point that can lead to unexpected personal and collective growth. And if we just accept or become aware that with that, the universe has us and supports us, then we can navigate a little bit more peacefully. We jump ahead to March 9th. This is Mars-Uranus square, and Mercury begins entering Aries. And this is really a time to ignite change. It's where we're going to feel the urgency behind, I need to change this. A few days later, as Mars clashes with Uranus, it builds upon the most recent Venus-Uranus square. Mars represents action, drive, and assertion, while Uranus brings sudden changes and the potential for disruptions. So this cosmic match represents the tension between innovation and tradition. The square challenges us to confront issues of authority and rebellion, urging us to find constructive ways to navigate change while respecting tradition. Here we go again. More pushing on the mental body and changing our processes and working with the energies of the universe to help navigate. This powerful moment also signifies a significant shift away from old collective narratives that surround us, especially those that are surrounding the feminine energy and the masculine energies and what we're taught or how we believe we are to use those energies. It prompts us to reconsider traditional roles and societal expectations. It encourages us to be more inclusive and fluid and understanding of these energies. Mercury enters Aries during this time, igniting our thoughts and conversations with passion and urgency. This really is a time when we speak our minds boldly without hesitation, eager to protect our truth. This is where some of you might be questioned because your truth is based on your mental processes. It's important to note that Mercury will retrograde in Aries during the month of April. So to get a head start on practicing patience and clarity in communication, especially when addressing collective issues. Overall, we can break free from outdated paradigms and embrace more authentic expressions of ourselves and our connections and prepare for new ways to think and be in the world. Now, March 10th is the new moon in Pisces, and this is about leaning into our spiritual self. On March 10th, the new moon arrives in Pisces, bringing with it time and space for introspection and connection with the intangible realms. This transit inspires us to dive deep beyond time and space, trusting the wisdom of our intuition. The new moon in Pisces initiates a lunar cycle infused with magic, but also sensitivity, and also for some a longing to connect with realities that are beyond what we know today. We may find ourselves immersed in dreams and fantasies, yet struggling to discern between imagination and reality. Pisces embodies the beginning and end, containing the whole life cycle within its cosmic womb. It represents the collective emotional body and the unconscious mind. Within this energy, boundaries dissolve and we merge with universal consciousness, transcending limitations and embracing unity with all that exists. During this time, the moon aligns with Neptune, inspiring us to delve into our subconscious, enhancing our intuition and spiritual awareness. We might find ourselves drawn to introspection, meditation, or creative pursuits as we seek to connect with the unseen realms beyond the physical. We may feel a deeper sense of empathy and understanding, fostering stronger bonds and connections in our relationships. As a result of this somewhat foggy energy of Neptune, we may be more susceptible to illusions or deceptions when surrounded by its dreamy, watery allure. Maintaining a clear head and staying grounded is essential to avoiding manipulation or escapism. But overall, this new moon invites us to surrender to the flow of life and to trust in the mysteries of the universe. What would help you more is focusing on aligning with the greater forces that guide your path. Trusting your angels, your guides, the helpers of the universe. Know that they're there to support you. On March 11th, Venus enters Pisces. This is about surrendering to the flow of the divine. We can think about Venus swimming into the Pisces energy, and there we experience a wave of divine inspiration, gentle, compassionate, flowing energy that helps surround our relationships, our spirituality, our values, and our morals. This energy amplifies our understanding and support of one another as a collective. We're strengthening our capacity for acceptance by promoting harmony and cooperation in our communities and beyond. At a personal level, this is a sacred exploration of our emotions and those places that we are most vulnerable. This is about properly channeling the expression of our feelings openly and authentically. While there may be many positive qualities, there are also potentials or downsides to be aware of. This heightened area of emotional sensitivity during this transit may leave some feeling overly idealistic or prone to escapism. We may find ourselves yearning for fantasy over reality or becoming overly sacrificial in our relationships. We might also feel frustrated if we feel we are sacrificing dream time, fantasy time for work. It's important to maintain a healthy balance between romanticism and practicality, between doing and being, between dreaming and practicality. And on March 17th, we have a Sun-Neptune conjunction. The Sun meets Neptune, and this inspires us to tap into our spiritual energy field and really start owning our natural intuitive abilities. Can you tell I'm excited about this phase that we get to walk through because it's time for exploring our innermost desires and aspirations. However, it's essential to focus on grounding and discerning as the boundary between reality and fantasies continue to be blurred under this influence. A few days later, Mercury in Aries conjuncts the North Node, bringing forth critical news and insights that guide us toward our karmic path and destiny. This is a time for bold, direct, and assertive communication. Remember, there are ways to deliver with boldness and with assertion that do not come off as blunt, harsh, or even rude. Use this period as a moment of alignment with your true calling where you can harness the power of your words and ideas to manifest your highest aspirations. And then we jump ahead to March 19th, 20th. This is the equinox, spring equinox. Aries season. It's the astrology new year. On March 19th, 20, the sun enters Aries, and this sparks the spring equinox. It's a time of transition and renewal. It's the astrological new year, the beginning of Aries, the I am season, the I am energy. And during this spring equinox, it's the time of balance between light and dark. It's a period that invites us to embrace both aspects of ourselves, the light that illuminates and the darkness that holds potential. This is a time where we are encouraged to sit and ponder whatever arises, approaching it with love and acceptance. This is a time of great healing, not necessarily trying to solve everything, but just simply experience it. By witnessing the alchemy of light transmuting shadows, we're able to reveal the potential for growth and evolution. During Aries season in April, paired with the Mercury retrograde that I've mentioned, we're presented with a portal of truth where our thoughts meet the boundless potential of creation. There we have a choice to continue operating from old narratives and limitations, or to embrace new possibilities by shifting our mindset towards creativity and innovation. This is a time to really take advantage of the energy of renewal and opportunity. This new season calls for cultivating a mindset of empowerment and growth. And on March 21st, we have Venus-Saturn conjunction. This is new foundations of the heart. Venus joins Saturn in building a new foundation in our connections, our social values, and those things beyond. This conjunction marks the beginning of a significant new cycle for collective consciousness, particularly in the realms of art and aesthetics, spirituality, and metaphysics. Saturn's influence brings structure, discipline, and responsibility to the ethereal and the imaginative energy of Pisces. This transit encourages us to take a more mature and responsible approach to love, partnerships, to prioritize and authenticate and act in integrity. We're called to recognize everyone's individual beauty and worth and focus on fostering unity and understanding within our communities, those beautiful energies. It's time to lay the groundwork for being more compassionate, being more harmonious, and certainly evolving into a deeper, spiritually rich world. On March 25th, this is the lunar eclipse in Libra. This is about relationships, recalibrations, and renewal. Now, when the sun in Aries opposes the moon in Libra, on March 24th, it marks a significant moment of cosmic alignment. This penumbral lunar eclipse, also known as the pink moon, holds potent energy for shifting dynamics between the polarities of Aries and Libra. Aries is I am, and Libra is I balance. So as the eclipse illuminates the karmic destiny of relationships and partnerships, it emphasizes the themes of balance, harmony, and justice, and how we as individuals see those things or experience them. The moon in Libra urges us to seek fairness and equality in our interactions with others, emphasizing the importance of diplomacy, cooperation, and compromise. It prompts us to examine our relationships and our alliances, ensuring they are based on mutual respect and understanding. And as a result, we are invited to confront imbalances and conflicts between us within all our partnerships. This will guide us towards a resolution that promotes harmony and unity, clears the pathway for the future. Meanwhile, the sun in Aries brings fiery and assertive energy, and that encourages us to assert our individuality and pursue our passions with courage and determination. What do I want? Aries represents self, independence, and initiation, while Libra symbolizes relationships, diplomacy, and balance. We may find ourselves seeking a comfortable balance between our personal desires and needs and the needs of others. Overall, this is a truly powerful time, both personally and collectively. It prompts us to examine our values, our loyalties, our actions, ensuring that they align to our personal highest principles and ideals. As we navigate these energies, we're called to find the necessary skills and insights to rise to higher levels of consciousness. Now that's part of the healing and the collapsing of the timelines that we've been experiencing. Some of the gifts that we pull in from previous lifetimes or previous experiences will help us to move into these higher levels of consciousness. And on March 29th, we experience Venus-Uranus sextile. This is about moving past relationship conflict and any tension that might be tied to those relationships. Following a square earlier in the month, Venus now is in Pisces, and it forms a sextile to Uranus, bringing closure to past issues. So what this means really is during this period, it's a time to let go of old relationships, values of love, spirituality, and life in general. It's a chance to release what no longer serves us and embrace fresh perspectives and opportunities for growth. Now, when I say it's a chance to release, for some, it might be releasing the person, but for others, it might be releasing the belief that you have around the situation or that person, the experience that you have. The experience is what you're looking for and what the soul is looking for to navigate you forward. This transit on March 28th is also a powerful moment for awakening the heart and embracing change in our relationships and values. It encourages us to break free from stagnant patterns and make new connections and experiences. Energy that you probably have been feeling since the beginning of the year. It's now time to become or move into this energy of awakening and elevation, where we can discover new depths of love, connection, and self-expression. So how might you make the best use of March's energy? 1, be aware of the spring equinox, and this would be a great time for clearing, decluttering, clearing out any physical clutter or decluttering your mind, body, and spirit, making room for new to come in. This is also a great time just to simply remind yourself to embrace change. Allow yourself to adapt and grow with the changing seasons, finding balance between light and dark aspects of life, and understanding you as a diverse human being carry both. And it also means you can handle and transmute both forms of light and dark. This is also a great time for self-care. And some of you might say, I'm so tired of hearing about self-care. But it's always about prioritizing what you need, following the routines that support you so that you feel nurtured. And that would be the case at any time, during any point of transformation or transitional time. And of course, cultivate gratitude for every moment. Understand that what you are experiencing is part of your journey. Overall, this month is about finding your center, your peace, and your purpose. Sometimes when I hear those words from Spirit, I ask, is this going to be a test? Is this a time for us to discover new coping mechanisms and new places that we can embrace change or focus on self-care? Or the universe is giving us more practice to practice gratitude. And what they say to that is every moment is a quantum leap to reclaim your power. Every moment is an opportunity to choose and to get off any automatic pilot programs that your unconscious is spewing or spinning. This is a time for you to become untethered from old practices, processes, programs that simply don't work for you anymore. And the only reason you hold on to them is because you don't know what to do. Well, this is allowing the universe to show you something different to do. This would also be the time that you would not be suggested to allow uncertainty to disrupt your system. Practice calmness, mindfulness. This is a time really for you to become the author of a new chapter, and for some, a whole new book. We experience rays and vibrations of love and nurturing each and every moment of our day. And sometimes we're off in so many different directions, we don't pause long enough to understand the gift that we have or the gift that we're standing upon. And I'm speaking about Mother Earth. So I wish for all of you to just take a moment or this moment and take a deep breath in and feel the love rays that are coming into you from above, or the connection that you have with Mother Earth beneath you, and know that you are supported in all that you do. I'm Lori Wondra of Your Life Core, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to Messages from the Universe podcast with Lori Wondra of Your Life Core. For current events or to schedule a private session with Lori, please visit yourlifecore.com.